4 months into dating my husband, we realized we disagreed on almost everything. And that might be the best thing that's ever happened to us. So we had this realization, and I don't mean small stuff. Well, he would argue that we agreed on a lot of big stuff, which we do, like the main F's, right? Faith, family. There's another F in there that I can't think of right now, but we align on that. But outside of that, I think we disagree on a lot of stuff. He thinks being direct and confrontational is the only way you're going to get what you need to get in life. I think that comes across pushy and makes people feel uncomfortable. He thinks being friends with your exes after a relationship is weird. I thought cutting people out entirely was immature. We would go around and around on this stuff, and neither of us could understand why the other person just didn't see it. And I would say there's times when he's right. He met the CEO of Wingstop randomly just by talking to him outside of a Home Depot because he was confrontational. I have also met people and approached people in a way that has worked well for me and made them feel welcome. So we both have seen that side. I kept telling him 50% of the world probably thinks like me, and 50% of the world probably thinks like you. We just see it differently. And that drove him crazy because to him it was so obvious that he made more sense. But here's the thing, that was my exact argument too for my side. We were both sitting there completely convinced we were the logical one in this. So before we got married, we decided to do couples therapy. And I know it's taboo, no one really talks about it as much, and I think it should be talked about more. I just want to take a second and say, God bless you, Mirna, because you are a literal godsend of a therapist because she did not take sides, and obviously that's what a therapist is supposed to do. She sat with both of us and made us look at the other person's perspective in a way that had genuinely not been done before. Not just hear it, like actually look at it. And then something shifted from there. We stopped trying to convince each other and started actually getting curious about why the other one thought the way they did. And that was the whole thing. People always say the first 2 years of marriage is the hardest. And in my opinion, honestly, it's been the easiest part of our whole relationship because we did the hard work before we got here. We got all of our fights out early. We learned how the person's brain actually works. And now when something comes up, which things always come up, we already know how to talk about it. So my random thought about love is this. You don't have to think the same. You just have to genuinely get curious about why they don't. Are you and your person total opposites, or do you think the same? Let us know in the comments because I genuinely want to know if we're the weird ones here.